承认国民党抗战老兵在抗日战争期间的伟大功绩政府上应该在政治上、精神上、经济上支持上可以关心支持、关心关怀，精神上可以鼓励经济上可以一定补偿。
我是靠你的老兵，不是放给你们这样弄。那你说是通话不通话了？当然了，把我的身份都改回来了，是吧
？For most of the veterans who served in the National Revolutionary Army and fought in the Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression, 2015 might be a year rather remarkable. It was the 70th anniversary of the victory of the war. This year, for the first time, they were allowed to show up in the epic National V-Day military parade as national heroes. This year, most of them received a commemorative medal and 5,000 yuan allowance from the government. This year, they were increasingly being respected and concerned by the public. According to China Central Television, on August 11, 2015, Ministry of Civil Affairs issued a document saying that 4 categories of living World War II veterans will receive one-off 5,000 yuan allowance. The 4 categories can be divided into 2 parts. Former PLA soldiers, military officials, and other servicemen who fought in the War of Resistance against Japanese aggression. Veterans of the National Revolutionary Army, the military arm of the Kuomintang, who fought in the war but later defected to the PLA, or those who fought in the war but retired before the Civil War started, will also be given allowance according to the ministries. Moreover, on August 25, 2015, the State Council Information Office held a press conference and provided details about the 5 categories of veterans being honored with commemorative medals. Among these 5 categories, there is a limitation of Kuomintang veterans, says only veterans who return home as peasants or join CPC revolutionary activities after fighting with the Kuomintang can get the medal. The above categories excluded one type of Chinese World War II veterans, which were the NRA veterans who fought in the War of Resistance against Japanese aggression and the Civil War but did not defect to the PLA. No matter serve in the Communist Party or follow the Kuomintang Party, whether the NRA veterans defect to the PLA or not, it is a matter of fact that those veterans were the guardians of China and fighting against Japanese aggression, that it should earn respect for all of them but not some of them. While hundreds and thousands of former NRA veterans were celebrating the 70th anniversary of Chinese victory in the World War II for the first time in the Chinese history, veteran Cai Shuibo from Fujian province is still being forgotten. Cai Shuibo, 94 years old, a typical poor World War II veteran living in Nan'an County, Fujian Province. He was press ganged to the NRA in 1939 and served in the army for nearly 10 years. During the War of Resistance against Japanese aggression, Cai Shuibo had injured many times. A bullet once pierced his leg and broke the bone. In 1948, he returned from military service and began farming. Now, he cleans and sells waste to earn a living. His income is 430 yuan per month, including 130 yuan allowance and 300 yuan land compensation. Cai Shuibo has 4 sons and 4 daughters, but he now lives by himself in a shabby house. Every day, he has to cook and wash clothes on his own. On July 2015, reporter visited Cai Shuibo in Nan'an City. The room opposite to his bedroom was piled up with empty bottles that Cai did not sell out. Half a year later, this room is still occupied with countless bottles. Except for a few more boxes of cereal, his house stays very much the same. So does his life. Till now, Cai has not received the commemorative medal and the 5,000 yuan allowance.
国家勋章没有，那些都没有。
都没有。
就有我带他去厦门那个东南亚大酒店那边有参加过一次聚会嘛，就那时候有发过一次勋章，在之前的那个学生他们过来还有再拿过一个勋章过来，就这2次，其他都没有。
Cai Shuibo's neighbor, Wu Ziyou, has helped him handed in materials on August 2015. It has been 7 months since his application, but nobody has contacted him ever since. He asked an officer once, but never gets a reply. On January 8th, our journalist made a phone call to Xiong Junmin, who works in the Special Care Department of Fujian Provincial Civil Affairs Office. He stated that the Provincial Party Committee Propaganda Department had informed them that veteran Cai Shuibo's commemorative medal had been approved and would be distributed soon.
喂，
喂，
蔡水博嘛，是吧？那个章已经下来了，最近会发下去。省宣的那个省委宣传部刚刚章已经到了。
章已经下来，什么时候到？
对，什么时候到？反正最近嘛。
He also pointed out that the Civil Affairs Bureau of Nan'an County should be in charge of the 5,000 yuan allowance, and whether Cai can get it was their decision.
那他的5000块钱补贴拿得到吗？
那你要问当地，这个你要问当地，你问这县里面就行了。
However, Wu Ziran, the officer from the Civil Affairs Bureau of Nan'an County, blamed policy for their delay.
我刚刚也才问钱之后，才说他省里面，他说现在还那个可能还没审批下来嘛。
还没审批下来，意思是还要再交材料，还是还要再等啊？
没有啊，材料先交上去了。到时候他们省里面可能全省到时候统一一起审还是怎么回事？我刚才有问钱州的，他是第2批的，他是第2批上报的。
那第二批上报要什么时候才能拿到啊？
目前我们也不清楚，他弄好了以后他会通知前头，前头会通知我，他前头会上去拿的。无这个情况毋知有啊无也无确定嘞，人迄几年吼一报月吼，这个报月是头顶人一次用报了5000块，是中在中接8钱的，伊无惊说到时后面有发现的，国先解决的。有咧有钱啊无钱也无，就也无清楚了，无钱无清楚了。
300 kilometers away, in Wuping County, Longyan City, the situation is far more positive. Here in Wuping, all the World War II veterans have been awarded the 70th Anniversary Victory Commemorative Medals and paid the 5,000 yuan allowance on time. While veterans in other places had to strive for their rights in person, the distribution of medal and allowance in Longyan City was getting on very well. In Longyan City, there is a group of experienced volunteers who have been paying efforts to help the veterans. Due to their active participation and cooperation with the government, all of the veterans received the medals and the allowance successfully. Li Weizhen, who has more than 3 years volunteer service experience, started to pay attention to World War II veterans in Wuping County since 2013. As one of the most experienced volunteers in Longyan City, he not only paid dozens of visits to veterans in Wuping, but also participated in processes helping them to attend the honor. With his help, all of the veterans in Wuping County, even in Longyan City, have successfully got the 70th Anniversary Commemorative Medals and a one-off allowance of 5,000 yuan.
武平的话是去年的时候还健在的抗战老兵是9位，所有的老兵他那个中共中央、国务院、中央军委的那个勋章啊、纪念章啊，包括5000块钱的那个补贴都全部都拿到了。15年的7、8月份，他就中央有这个文件下来，就是说要那个对全国所有的抗战老兵进行那个慰问，那个时候就。他那个李主任找到我们那个，因为他知道我们那个义工这一块有做那个抗战老兵这一块嘛，有走访这些老兵嘛，那个时候他就有联系到我之后，然后就提供了这些信息。
There are 9 veterans in Wuping County. 5 of them were in the youth army and did not participate in the actual combat. According to Li Weizhen, originally, he was informed that those 5 veterans could not get medals and one-off allowance.
武平5位青年军，所有的青年军都没有参战过的，都是训练。当时的时候是没有参战的话就没办法认定说是抗战老兵嘛。当时的时候，大部分老兵也是蛮失落的。
In Li Weizhen's opinion, the veterans want the commemorative medal and the allowance mainly because they expect the recognition from the government and from the public.
因为毕竟这个是属于是政府部门的认定嘛，跟那个现在抗战老兵网这样的民间的认定又不一样嘛。其实他们对身份的认同比钱更重要。那后来的时候也是有跟那个李主任那边沟通嘛，就是跟他沟通之后，然后把这个情况跟他讲，然后他也很伤心。之后的话他是还专程去那个民政厅那边去找那个厅里面的领导。
Xiao Renliang, a veteran from Wuping County, prefers to get the commemorative medal rather than the allowance.
哎呀，早都要的，这个既然都是这样的了，钱都是不能下，钱在大都会花掉的，那这个是花不了，没有让他花，饮酒都还存在。意思就是喜欢，非常高兴，他们也为了我们高兴，我家里人也为了我们高兴。我是靠着老兵，不是发给别人子，咱老人，那你说是通话不能花了，当然了，把我的身份都改回来了，是吧？
According to Li Jinping, Director of Special Care Department of Civil Affairs Bureau, local governments should distribute the medals and allowance by the end of last September. Yet by the middle of March, the delay problem in many places has not been solved. One possible explanation for the delay in places like Nan'an City is that the government officers think the materials of veterans like Cai Shuibo are not adequate to prove their veteran identity. In some way, they value proofs more than the fact.
下里群议9月15号以前补报什么材料。
Decades have passed, and Cai's own materials were destroyed in a big fire many years ago. However, the wounds in his body are the best proofs for him. These veterans do not ask much, they just want a recognition from the government. Why is it so hard to distribute a commemorative medal? They should have received one in decades ago. Besides, low working efficiency of some local governments is also part of the reason. If it is true that Cai Shuibo's medal has been approved by the Provincial Party Committee Propaganda Department, why would it take 2 months to distribute this medal? Why some veterans only get the money, some only got the medal, and even some got nothing? Hao Tao, an NRA Youth Army veteran in Datian County, Sanming City, has only received the medal by far. His materials were handed in on last August, which means he was supposed to get the medal before October. But in fact, his commemorative medal was distributed on December 4th. Hao Tao has not received the 5,000 yuan either, but he decided to give up striving for the allowance because the significant medal has gave him a great comfort. Compared to the pain he suffered from the past, 5,000 yuan is nothing matter. Hao Tao is still the lucky one. His monthly income is more than 4,000 yuan. There are 108 living NRT veterans now in Fujian. The average age of them is above 90. However, 52 of them are poverty-stricken. Among these 52 veterans, over 70% has less than 300 yuan monthly incomes, and less than 10 of them have more than 500 yuan monthly income. 5,000 yuan is a fortune for the most of them, and they even regard the commemorative medal more valuable. General MacArthur said, "Old soldiers never die, they just fade away." Since last April, 12 veterans in Fujian has passed away. They didn't wait until the honor came. Till now, there are 6 veterans still waiting for the commemorative medals. We don't know how many days they could wait, but let's hope that they can achieve their wishes soon. And don't let a medal become an overdue honor.